How's it going, everybody? DeSello is back at it once again with some TT-related gadget talk. More like just TT-related stuff and tech-related stuff. So, I'm going to be going over this with Eggman on J-IOTA. You can translate this information onto just about any build, any combo, but we're going to be specifically going over two specific gadgets. Well, technically it's the same gadget, but just a weaker and stronger variant. So, I want to compare Ring-Gain 1 versus Ring-Gain Boost 2. Now, Ring-Gain Boost 1 is a one-slot gadget that is primarily seen in this kind of build with Quick Recovery, Slip Extended, and Slip Bounty. Outside of this, you'll see it in the Power Slip build, which actually utilizes both of these. It takes into consideration Slip Bounty, Dash Panel Mini, and if I'm correct, it also takes into consideration Ring Range Up. This is the Power Ring Gain build, where you're basically min-maxing the ability of the power vehicle itself, getting tons of rings, getting your rings very consistently, and maximizing the amount of speed you get off each ring. We're not going to be going over that today. We're going to be specifically going over the build that is Ring Gain 1 versus Ring Gain 2, and how they interact with the game. So, Ring Gain 1. Ring Gain 1, we're going to compare in a few tests. We're going to do, since E-Stadium is kind of the best track for this, we're going to do a couple things. The first one we're going to do is just how it interacts when you don't have 100 rings, how much speed you get at 0 rings per ring you gain, and we're going to do this on a straightaway, because it's probably the best scenario. Also, we're going to do it in the drift. So let's just say we're going to drive normally. Ignore my ghost, because he's gonna fly off. So, we collect the 5 ring. We're currently going 182, 183. We go up to 190 for about like 192, 183 for a very short period of time. So now I'm going to drift. As you can see, while I'm drifting, I'm getting about 192 to 193. Obviously, ring gain increases are going to change that. But now let's do it with the boost. So we're going to cap out at around 218 for a very short period of time. Now, since we're getting closer to 100, we're going to start seeing a big increase in speed. Obviously, we're not utilizing drift boost, but it'll compound differently when we get to that point. So now with this, we're going to charge to level 3, grab a single ring, and we go up to about 227, I think is what it was. So let me try one more time. So, we got our 222 speed off of the level 3. We're going to quickly go and grab a single 5 ring. So it only gave us a little bit of speed bonus. So, again, we're at 196, 197. Collect all this. So 205 to 204, right? With Ring Gain 1. Now, this isn't bad. The only problem with it is it's very short. Like, it's a very short-lived thing. So by the time I end collecting that, my speed's already going down. So, like, collect these couple rings, and I'm already back down for the most part. Like, you have a very short-lived amount of boost from Ring Gain Boost. It will single slot. Like this. It's very quick. It's less than a second you lose it. So, now we're going to go on to Ring Gain 2. So, Ring Gain 2 is very unique because this boost, if I'm correct, lasts significantly longer. But this is mainly just testing because I actually really want to know what's different between the two. But Ring Gain Boost 2 has a lot of very unique things about it. That being its 2-slot, so it's now going to be harder to slot into builds. So you have to give up another 1-slot gadget or potentially other 2-slot gadgets, things of that nature. So we'll do the same test. Grab this ring. But you see how the boost lasts longer, so we'll do this. The boost is bigger and it lasts longer, right? So that's already a really good sign about how good this gadget really is. So we'll go here. And this, not only is it lasting longer, we're consistently at about 200 plus without even having 100 rings, which we couldn't get that with a single ring gain boost. I will go more in depth later on this, so we got 212 on that. We're sold in the same amount of speed, we're going to collect all these rings. So 212, 213, as opposed to the 2425 that we're normally getting. So you're getting about 910 boost, and it lasts longer. I don't think there's any reason, like look at this, I'm already, like, my lines, if I'm correct, were better, and I got 9/10 of a second faster on this. And I'm pretty sure I held mostly the same line, so we'll do this. But, like, this is insane. Like, Ring Gain level 1 and 2, it's night and day. Like this. Look at this. We were up in, like, 246 for a second there. And this is not including Slipstream Bounty and all that stuff, right? So, grab this. You won't see it until we get to the ground. We'll try one more time. 212, 213, there is pretty much no reason you should ever be using ring slot 1. Like, genuinely, I think unless you really want to rely on extended slipstream or other things, there's pretty much no reason why you should be using it. I think this is insane to think about. Like, the fact that on average you're at 204 to 23, where this is 212 to 213 when you're at 100 rings, is kind of nuts. And you're able to get over 200 rings with the fact that you're using 2. This is why I actually used this build the most when I was doing my Emerald climb, is because this was really hard to stop. It allowed me to steadily climb up to the pack if I was a little bit behind, and if I was right behind someone, I was always able to stay right on them, no matter how many boosts they got. And this is why this was really good with a power vehicle build with Miku, because I was constantly able to just get boost after boost after boost off while still maintaining good speed, even if my boosts were slowing me down when I was trying to charge them, or I was taking like slightly worse lines to get those charges off. This allowed me to still stick with people, even without extended. I really think if you want to use ring gain, always go with ring gain 2, like genuinely. Now, you can pair both together. We're going to show that off real quick. So let's put both together. And now we're going to do both. So we're going to see what utilizing both of these is going to do. And I will put the numbers on screen here in a second, or you should see them here soon, about what the numbers are currently from the review process. And we'll also see how long it takes me to get caught up to my ghost. So remember the metric of 0.8 or 0.816, if I remember correctly. So we're going to try to take the same lines as close as I can. So we're getting 208, 207 roughly, which is huge. And we're going to utilize this. The massive amount of speed we're getting on this is absolutely insane. 210 as opposed to the 2.4 by the solo. And it looks like the speed is just genuinely insane to think about here on this. But yeah, again, we will see what happens when we get to the end here. So now we're at 219, 222. Alright, we'll take this ring line. 219, 218. So you're getting quite a lot of speed actually for this, for doing both. So if you're going to utilize both, I highly recommend trying to put both on the same build. There's a reason why the power slip build. Look at that. We saved a crazy amount of time. Like, that's baffling. Like, even if I were to continue this, this should show, like, if you're going to use single ring gain boost, either slot in ring gain 2, or please, for the love of God, don't use ring gain 1 by itself. Hey guys, so Destello here. I'm a complete moron. I forgot something. So with the ring gain boost 1+2 here, I actually forgot to do the dash panel or the boost panel plus the ring gain. So we're gonna quickly show you this, but you won't see a difference in the stats. But this is the difference without charging anything right here, and then just quickly taking a bend. But yeah, that's all I wanted to get. Sorry about that. Now back to your regularly scheduled video. Now, if you want to use ring gain 1 by itself, go for it. Don't take my word as gospel. But if you're going to use ring gain 1, just find a way to slot ring gain 2 in if you can. Now, there aren't a lot of builds that are like super good with this. After gathering all the information for ring gain boost 1, 2, and the combination of 1+2, what are my thoughts on the matter regarding these two gadgets? It's very simple. Do not use ring gain boost 1 unless you cannot slot in ring gain boost 2 effectively, or the combination of both effectively. Ring gain boost 1 compared to its older brother, well, specifically its older, cooler brother, ring gain boost 2, is like comparing a Moto Bug to Metal Sonic. Like, let's be honest here. Unless you need that spare wheel, why would you give up the rocket boosters? This is mainly because ring gain boost 1 only lasts about a third of the time as ring gain boost 2 does. It gives a fair amount of speed when stacking dash panels and drift boost, but the duration of ring gain boost 1 being so short just kills how good the ring gain slip builds are with quick recovery, and just shows that ring gain boost 2 is just infinitely better overall. Ring gain boost 2 has been my go-to gadget for quite a long time now, providing me with immense TT improvements. My online play has been a lot more consistent, and I can feel and see the speed of ring gain boost 2 overall. It is just insane that the numbers I found from testing are just so nuts between ring gain boost 1, 2, and the combination of both. It makes me wonder why you would ever want to use ring gain boost 1 and not just put it on the bench compared to ring gain boost 2 for most builds. Granted, ring gain boost 1 isn't the worst gadget in the game, not by a long shot, but compared to ring gain boost 2, you might as well commit to ring gain boost 2 if possible. Finally, ring gain boost 1+2 is just absolutely nuts. It nearly stacks fully 1-to-1 with its individual parts when combined, and gives you just an immense amount of speed and uptime, making it a very powerful 3-slot combo. But in doing so, You're giving up a lot of flexibility in your build since you're committing about half of your build to those 2 gadgets, and you need a lot of consistent ring flow, otherwise you're dead in the water. I believe overall use these gadgets the way you wish, or use them if you wish, but I definitely recommend if you wish to play as optimally as possible. Even if you are debating between 1 or 2, just use 2. If not, combine both if possible to make a high-speed ring game boost build, and regardless of the matter, always put your fun first, winning second, and not getting beamed constantly by gloves third. Have yourselves a good one. If you wanted to see all the stats in one place, here they are for ring game boost 1, 2, and 1+2 for about 30 seconds. Have yourselves a great one.